And the ways that I am not happy or not satisfied are because of wounding from the past that I haven't dealt with. And we have been conditioned and manipulated into believing that there's something wrong with us, that we're not good enough, that we're not enough in some way, that we don't measure up, that we're being punished, that we're just not good enough. And so we strive to do better, or to appease, to try and make up for the feelings of not being good enough, instead of going back down to the root of where that feeling of not good enough is coming from. And I'm just realizing this right now, which is why I'm making a video, is because I keep wondering how come things aren't coming to me, but those are the energetic blockages from the wounding that I have had in my past that is making it so those things can't come into fruition. And I keep thinking I'm being punished, or I'm just not good enough, and I need to do more, and I need to do more. And it's like, no, I need to go back and I need to face the things that make me feel not good enough in the first place. That's the problem. That's the actual solution to the problem. And then going through them and being honest and genuine and authentic about what caused it and what the root is, then that will overcome and the energetic block will be removed. That's just the truth. That's the universal laws. That's the way that we work. That's how our energy works. And it's funny. It's like, I know this, but I don't know this. You know what I mean? Like, I still, like, the things that, like, I am not perfect. And I'm glad, like I said, that means I can learn. That's good. That's a good thing, like, imperfection is our perfection, because we can do more. We can expand. We can evolve. We can become more. But we have to address the things that have made us not feel like we are good enough, or that we can be what we want to be first, or we'll never be able to be those things. And I'm saying this, I'm sharing it because that's what I'm coming to too. It's like I keep thinking I'm not good enough, so I keep trying to do more, because that's the conditioning that that's been placed on us. Like, just keep doing more, to keep doing more, and that's why it's never attainable, because we keep not believing in it, and we're not addressing the reason that we feel not good enough in the first place. At least in my case, that's what's going on right now. Like, the reason that I haven't felt good enough. I've been jealous because I thought, everyone else, I try and try and try and nothing comes through. And so I must not be good enough. And so I keep trying and I keep trying. And I mean, I am a hard worker, dude. I mean, like, in these spiritual streets, no shit, and it's not like God doesn't want to give it to me, but I'm living a lie. I'm living a lie, because it's not the way that it works. It's not. God wants to give me everything, but the energetic block has to be removed. The root cause of the problem has to be addressed before before those things can come in, before the blessings and the love and all that kind of stuff, because I have the energetic block that's making it so that they can't come in. I'm the only one that can remove that energetic block. I was the one that inadvertently put it there, subconsciously, unconsciously, didn't even mean to, manipulated, conditioned, but it was still me. It was an influence. It was a impression. It was an imprinting. It was a programming, you know which means that it was still my conditioning that happened. It was conditioned upon me, but it's still me that has to remove that conditioning. I'm actually the one that placed it there. Now I'm have to be the one that has to remove it. Whether I was young or older or whatever, whenever that energetic block was created, or that problem was created, it doesn't matter. Like, I still was the one that put up the wall, that put up the energy block, that made it so it would just perpetuate, so the same problem would perpetuate. Whether I was conditioned or manipulated into that situation or not, I have to be the one that has to recognize it consciously to be able to remove it and address it at the root cause. It's the only way we can do it. We have to heal ourselves. We have to look at our problems, and we have to be genuine and honest about it, or it won't go away, and it'll continue. It'll perpetuate. It'll reinforce itself, because that's the laws of the universe. That's the law of flow. It's just the way that it is. The same vibration, and it perpetuates the same vibration, reinforces the same vibration. And until you remove that block, that block's going to continue. So I'm just sharing that because I'm coming to it myself right now, with the help of my teams. and the help of God and Creator, my ancestors, my spirit guides, my celestial star families. They're all trying to help us get free from the problems that we live in, that we were conditioned and manipulated into putting on other people. But we're the ones that hold the key to our own sovereignty, to our own freedom. We're the only ones that can remove these things, that can make these things go away. And it's hard. It's really hard. But it's worth it. And I know that. I know that too. And then not just that too, when you go through these things, it frees up your line, it frees up your ancestors along your line, the pain and the hurt that they went through that binds them as well to these energetic loops and patterns, this karma. If you face and address the root causes within this lifetime, within yourself, it frees them too, that where they don't have to reincarnate and have to serve karma or go through lessons trying to learn their karma anymore. So you free your ancestral line. And that's like, motivation enough. It is, but it doesn't mean that you have to be authentic and true about it. So it's not like you can sidestep it. I've been trying to sidestep. I'm pretty good at sidestepping shit. I mean, my own pain and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty clever about it, because I'm pretty honest with myself. But even me, I'm intelligent, and so I can create, I have problems that I can sidestep around and be like, that's not a problem, or I can deal with it this way and it'll go away. Nope, nope, nope. That's not the way it works. I have to be honest with myself, and I have to look at it in an honest way, and face the pain and face the hurt, and go through it and cry it out and yell it out and scream it out, get angry, but come back to center and remember that it's worth it. It's worth doing for a multitude of reasons besides freeing myself and freeing my ancestral line. It helps humanity too, being part of the collective consciousness. When we heal, that's one of my intentions, is that when I heal, that it ripples throughout the collective. Since I am part of the collective, I pray that if I heal, if I go through these things and I hurt and I face them, that energy will ripple out through me, and other people can pick up on it too, or it goes down into the collective grid consciousness, and people can pick up on that energetic transmutation and alchemy and be able to use it themselves in their own way. They don't have to do it exactly like me. The energy doesn't work that way. They pick up the energy and then they use it in their own way and to deal with their own things. That's how that works. And that is one of my intentions. And that's been my intention for a long time. For the highest good of all, I heal. I will look at my wounds. I will face my pain. I will face the hurts. I will go through the stuff that I don't want to face. And even, like I said, I'm pretty clever about it. So but it doesn't and it's funny because if you're unhappy, that means there's something that's making you unhappy. It isn't someone else. It's something within you that you have to deal with, that you have to look at to be able to overcome. And, there's parts of me, I've been unhappy. Well, me doing more spiritual work, or trying to help the collective, or do, even as selfless, it isn't selfless though, if I'm trying to avoid my own healing. I'm trying to buy my way into heaven almost, pretty much. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. To buy your way into heaven is by actually doing the healing work. That's the only way to do it. That's the only way you're going to get, that's the only way heaven is heaven on earth is going to come for you, is if you actually face your own demons, and you look them in the eye, and you cry with them, you hold them, you embrace them, you receive them. You say, that was shitty and it shouldn't have happened. Don't take a victim stance to it though, but acknowledge it and realize that it's true. And it was okay to feel that way. It was, you did the best you could with what you had at the time. That's all you could do. So don't be angry at yourself or be mad at anyone else either for something that you're hurting over, because you are the only one that has the key to be able to get through it and overcome it and be free from it. And so, yeah, I had to come on here and share that, because that's what I was just doing. I was just doing some healing work, and this is a never ending journey of healing. It really is. They say that, and it is very discouraging. It's very discouraging for that to when people say that. But that's what Earth School is. That's what this life is about learning and about overcoming and healing and integrating the fragmented parts of our soul that have been hurt and have been trapped in other places that are coming back to us now in this lifetime of the soul retrieval. And it's going to hurt to integrate. But it will integrate. You will get through it, and you will be stronger for doing it. You will. I will. We will. Like even now, even what I just did, I know in my heart of hearts that it's going to help. Not just me, but everyone. It will help. Because I know that if I can face it, if I can figure it out and I can face it, that means other people can too, and I can become an example for that. And I can exude that energy and that healing and that integration, and I can make it accessible for all. And that's what I want. That's all I want. That's all I want. There's so many people online that are helping the world to get us to be free and sovereign, and they don't ask for anything in return, because that's their soul's yearning, and that's my soul's yearning, is to lessen the pain of the world, to heal the world, to heal humanity, because I know what pain feels like. I know what suffering feels like. And I don't want anyone to go through that. It doesn't mean I can save them from themselves. I had to learn that hard lesson myself, because I actually did do that. I gave of myself and gave of myself and gave of myself, but people just took and took and took, and I couldn't. And then I had nothing to be able to help myself with, and so I had to learn how to have energetic boundaries, and how to call my energy back, and how to keep my energy within me, and know what's my energy and what's not my energy, and be discerning. I'm extremely discerning now because of that. But yeah, I love you guys. Let's keep this up. This is a hard road. Understand that I'm here with you, and I understand. And fear is resistance. It is. There's already the wounding and the hurt, but when we fear that wounding and that pain and that hurt, that just creates another problem. Like I said, there's already a problem with the pain and the hurt, but then fearing that is resisting that, and which creates another problem. So we got to do away with that, do away with the fear, and then face the problem. And don't be afraid, because God is within you, and God is all. The Creator is everything, and you have all the tools within you to be able to get through it. It doesn't seem like that all the time, and it's hard, like I said. But it isn't, but it's true. We have the tools, we have the help, we have the energetic help, we have all the means. We can do this. We wouldn't have incarnated in the first place and gone through the things that we have gone through and experienced the pain that we have experienced if we didn't think we could overcome the pain. We had to first get through the fear and the resistance, and that was put on us by other forces. It was mainly. It was in this last era, I guess it was. But like I said, it doesn't help to take a victim stance. It doesn't help to blame. It doesn't. That doesn't help at all. That doesn't solve the problem in any way. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just adds to the problem. It perpetuates the problem. And so we have to take that away. Whether it may be truth, but it doesn't mean you leave it there. It means that was true. Now we have to face what the truth is too of the problem, and of the pain and of the wounding. And then fragment ourselves, and then integrate our fragmented parts back to us wholly and complete. But have compassion for your shadow. Have compassion for your pain. Have compassion for your wounding, for your suffering, for the hurt that you've been through. Have compassion for yourself, because you would have compassion for someone else that you care about. So have compassion for yourself. You did the best you could with what you had at the time. If you can look at it now and have compassion and look back on it with that compassion, you can heal it. And then you can be free from it. And then you can be free. Okay, I'm done. No more run.